Hey everyone, welcome to Ajay and Nathan Discuss Movies, a show in which we discuss movies both old and new. Today, we're not discussing a movie, it's actually kind of a special episode.
Oh, it is! We're discussing not just one movie, but all the movies.
All the movies. In fact, you probably have guessed it already, we're discussing the 2025 Academy Awards.
Yes!
The 97th Oscars, presented by Conan O'Brien.
By Team Coco, yay!
Team Coco. Yeah.
Are there people that have a Taco Bell?
There are several people that have Taco Bell tattoos.
Would you get a Taco Bell tattoo?
I'll get a Taco Bell tattoo.
Mike Tyson tattooed his face.
Yes.
Would you be willing to have a Taco Bell tattoo on your face?
Not on my face.
What if it meant free Taco Bell the rest of your life?
So yeah, we're discussing the Academy Awards. It's kind of a light, breezy episode for today because obviously we didn't watch any movies over the past week in the theaters. So we're just like, okay, well, we'll just have fun with it. Discuss who won, who didn't win, who had the best dress.
Best dress. Zoe Saldana was walking out there. She came out there. She looked fabulous. She looked gorgeous. But then who was there? Demi Moore. She broke new ground with a dress. I'm the spirit of Joan Rivers.
That is Joan Rivers, live and in living color. So, Nathan, obviously we know what the Academy Awards are, but briefly describe what the Academy Awards are.
You want me to describe what the Academy Awards are? Okay, I'll do my best, OJ. The Academy Awards, it's where all the best movies of the past year, they're put up on a pedestal for the rich and famous to fawn over. It is the biggest televised circle jerk in the history of humanity. Caligula would be in awe of all the rich jizz shooting all over the goddamn place. Those are the Oscars. Sorry, is that not what you wanted me to say?
No, I think you summarized it pretty succinctly.
All right, cool. And this year's Oscars were, like every year, ripe with controversy and movies that no one saw, movies that everyone saw that, you know, people would have preferred. They get more recognition. It's overly long. I heard the Hulu stream kicked people off in the middle of it. That's pretty great. Even Hulu was trying to save people from watching this train wreck. But the Oscars.
Yeah, the Oscars are like any other award show, very, very long.
Yeah.
And it kind of overstayed its welcome.
As it always does.
Had a great beginning, ended up pretty well, but that second act was not that great.
I feel like I need to be honest. I didn't even watch the Oscars.
I watched the tail end of it. So I watched when Sean Baker won Best Director, which I was happy about.
Good.
That was good.
Yeah.
I saw Mikey Madison win Best Actress over Demi Moore and a few other. I think Ariana Grande was also in that same category, or Cynthia Erivo. I don't know which one. I didn't watch Wicked.
I watched Wicked.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you think one of those two actresses should have been nominated?
Getting the nomination, yeah, sure. But there were people who definitely should have won over either of them for Wicked.
All right, so we won't break down the minutia of the Academy Awards because we didn't watch it, right? Like we're not going to discuss, Doja Cat singing or Margaret Qualley doing the Bond number, James Bond dance number. We're not going to do all that. We're just going to recap the winners, and I think it's fair to say that the clear winner of this night was Sean Baker.
Yeah, Sean Baker and Honora.
They won 4 Academy Awards. Sean Baker took home the gold for Best Director.
Good for him.
And Best Film.
Yeah.
And it won over films such as The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked. This had 10 films nominated for the award.
Jeez, okay.
I feel like you can take out half of those films from the slot.
You could take out a couple, just clean that list up a little bit. I haven't seen all the Best Picture nominations.
I did watch Emilia Perez.
I watched Emilia Perez up until the end of the first musical act where it's Zoe Saldana. She's like, yes, 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 when she's at the clinic.
Hello, very nice to meet you. I'd like to know about sex change operation.
I see. Men
to woman, or woman to men.
Man to woman.
From penis to vagina.
I watched that and I said, I've seen enough.
I didn't hate it. I didn't love it either. I mean, I think it's a okay film. I just don't think it should be nominated for the Academy Awards. I just don't. I think it kind of waters the award down when you're giving it to a musical that really isn't a musical. And doesn't really pay homage.
Kind of a bad musical. Yeah. From the other musical numbers I've seen from that movie, I'm like, wow, these are all just terrible.
Yeah.
This music is not
musicking
good.
Yeah.
Wicked's a better musical. Wicked's got some banger songs.
Yeah. I mean, I think musicals are fine as long as like the music is good and it serves the story and it's a fun, well thought out musical that ends up being a good film, like La La Land, you know. But like this film is not that. So, but anyway, Sean Baker won for Best Picture. Honora won for Best Picture. Did you hear Sean Baker's speech at the end?
I did not.
All right, so he talked about the importance of helping out independent theaters and, you know, helping out independent filmmakers for making their art and to keep financing those filmmakers. And I felt like that was a very important thing because not many filmmakers at the Academy Awards really do that.
No, that's
really mention it.
I mean, every year someone gets up and has this big speech about blah blah blah, what the ever. But that sounds like a nice. Again, I didn't listen to it, but it sounds nice that he's, you know, shining the light on independent films because that's really what needs support right now. I mean, weren't there articles coming out that like Sean Baker made basically like no money, or like these independent?
That was
filmmakers,
Brady Corbet.
Brady Corbet made like no money from The Brutalist. That's not great.
Yeah,
that kind of sucks.
That's not a good sign for an industry if like independent filmmakers of that caliber, of that nature, like because again, this is not Brady Corbet's first rodeo making a film. He made Vox Lux, which I actually prefer more than The Brutalist, to be honest with you. I really liked Natalie Portman's acting in that film. I thought it was a well more structured film. The Brutalist is also really good, but I prefer Vox Lux. So yeah, I mean, I think it's very telling when you see like filmmakers that are at the award circuit being honest and confessional, saying that they haven't made any money. It's kind of sad.
That's incredibly sad, but it is nice that Honora, it's pretty much an independent film. Right, even for $6 million in this landscape, that's independent.
That's nothing.
That's a middle budget movie.
$6 million is like $2 in the real world.
Exactly, but like that winning, that kind of sweeping, that feels nice. That feels like yes, a very well directed film from a very caring, loving director who enjoys what he does, enjoys the medium. And then shines a light on like, hey, we need more, you know, independent movies. We need more independent ideas and artists to just flood the system. I like that. That's very sweet.
So I recently rewatched Honora, and it actually holds up really well second viewing.
Good.
I forgot how funny it was.
It's hilarious.
I
forgot. Hilarious.
Like I think at one point Ivy Walk, one of the actresses in the film, was like, "Yeah, my boss can't hear you." Like Helen Keller ass. It was hilarious.
It's funny.
But yeah, it's a hilarious movie, and like there's been a lot of hate for Honora online. I've noticed. And it's just like I can't judge a film based off social media. That's what I realized over time, is that you should never judge a film based off what other people on social media are saying. You should only judge it by how you felt about it as soon as you left the theater. And I really enjoyed Honora. There's a reason why I was in my top 5 films of 2025.
No, that's good.
2024, I should say. And yeah, I thought it was a great film. Anyways, we have a few other categories we got to get into.
Yeah, sure. We have to rush this like the actual Oscars.
Yeah,
we're going to cut this video off right in the middle.
All right, so we mentioned Sean Baker winning for Best Director as well. Quentin Tarantino presented the award to him, which was actually not that bad, because he mentioned how he casted Mikey Madison based off of her role in Once Upon a Time.
That's good.
So I thought that was great. Anyways, Best Actor in a Leading Role.
No, it was Adrien Brody.
For the
Here's the thing. I didn't watch The Brutalist either. I'm woefully underprepared for this conversation because I've only seen like 3 movies.
So I like The Brutalist. And I thought if you gave the acting award to Adrien Brody, I would understand that.
Yeah.
But I think, look, if you look at the other people in that category, like Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice.
I didn't see that.
Okay. Ralph Fiennes in Conclave.
Didn't see it.
All right. Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing.
Didn't see it, but I hear it's good.
Chalamet in A Complete Unknown.
No, I didn't see it, but I don't care about the Bob Dylan movie. Do not. There are two movies that I already know are better than the Bob Dylan movie: Better Man and then Walk Hard, a Dewey Cox story. I'm not going to watch A Complete Unknown. I do not care.
Yeah. But I think Adrien Brody getting the Oscar, I don't mind that. He's a 2-time Academy Award winner. His career is so erratic.
Because he is a
crazy.
Good actor, but he does not do a lot of movies, and the ones he does choose to do are kind of like not very noticeable.
This spring, when trouble rises, who do you turn to?
Go ahead. Make me gay.
He's just in not anything good unless Wes Anderson kind of like dusts him off and he's like, get in this room with Bill Murray and Owen Wilson and be my quirky little boy.
I think he had the longest speech in the Academy Awards.
That's what I heard.
5 minutes and 40 seconds.
What was he talking about?
He was like, we need more love in this world. We need to get rid of the hate.
Shut up. Shove it up your ass, Adrien Brody.
Movies are the gateway for love in this world.
Are a gateway drug. Movies are the gateway to love, and then there's people on Twitter bashing Honor. It's overrated. It's bullshit. I hate movies.
Yeah.
Stupid. I hate movies. Yep, gateway for love. Thanks, Adrien Brody.
I don't think he said it in that way. I may have been paraphrasing it, but yeah.
It's like Tommy Wiseau in The Room. If everyone loved each other, the world would be a better place.
Yeah, it was basically one of his like Instagram videos where he like walks and like talks like nonsensically in the camera. That's what Adrien Brody does on Instagram. He just like talks and walks to like with the camera on, being like, it's a perfect day to love one another. It's a perfect day to love and shine and to keep on striving. I'm like, who's this for?
What's up, friends? Sorry, it's been a minute. It's been busy, but just back in New York, going for a walk.
It's such a dad thing to do, but we'll show the videos. But yeah, Best Actor, Adrien Brody. I don't mind it. Cillian Murphy presented the award to him, and I thought he was going to pull like what he did with Halle Berry and just kiss Cillian Murphy. We didn't get that. There was a strong tension between them. I will say that there was a prolonged stare from Adrien Brody to Cillian Murphy, but that didn't. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
Damn it.
So, Best Actor, Adrien Brody, The Brutalist. Again, I like The Brutalist. I enjoyed The Brutalist. I wouldn't put it in my top 5 of last year, but I thought it was a decent film, and I can see why there's a lot of praise and hype for it, especially with the Academy Award selection, voting criteria and how old they are, and how they like the sort of reverential, like older aged films. I can understand why they liked it. So Adrien Brody won for Best Actor. I think Chalamet will win eventually. In the future, I think it will be like a Leo DiCaprio situation where he'll win it, like a little overdue for a movie that he probably shouldn't deserve it for.
Yeah, he'll have like 1 year a movie where he's like nearly transformative in, won't win an Oscar, and then he'll have a movie where he's just screaming directly into the camera, and they'll be like, this is his moment. He's sweaty and gross looking on the camera. This is his moment. Give it to Chalamet.
Give it to Chalamet, yeah. All right. And then obviously the one category in which there was a lot of discussion for, Best Actress in a Leading Role.
Yeah.
Mikey Madison won for Nora over Cynthia Erivo, Carlos Sofia Gascon, the Amelia Perez person that got in trouble for tweets. I think Conan made fun of it as well. That was a pretty funny joke. Demi Moore for The Substance and Fernando Torres from I'm Still Here. I haven't watched I'm Still Here, but I did. Either. But besides Wicked, I did watch the others. Thoughts?
I would have personally preferred Demi Moore, and I think it's ironic that Demi Moore is nominated for her performance in a movie about how the industry ignores older women past a certain age in favor of younger, hot and coming talents. And then that's exactly what happens at this award show, is that an older actress loses out to the hot new thing.
Yeah.
The irony is not lost on me. Not to say that Mikey Madison does not deserve the award. She was phenomenal in Anora, but I can't separate my mind from the substance parallels.
Yeah.
And I just would have preferred Demi Moore get the Oscar. She was my lock-in. She is my ride or die. That being said, she did win another award somewhere for the performance. Spirit Awards, Golden Globe, SAG, BAFTA, DRAG, CAG, MAG.
GLAD.
Sure, the GLAD Awards.
The GLAD Awards. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think Demi Moore should have won for that. Apparently, I remember when it was announced Mikey Madison won. Behind Demi Moore was Jack Antonoff, the producer for The Bleachers and part of that band Fun. Mm-hmm. Currently, I think, married to Margaret Qualley. Oh. And as soon as her name was announced, she was like, he gave this like...
Real. That's so real. I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
I also don't think that will help, like, the weird backlash that Anora is getting, because I think people will now lock onto this and be like, it's so Nora is so trash. She's like, oh, she won over Demi Moore. And it's like, as disappointed as I am, I don't think the movie should be trashed for that.
Yeah.
I think we should refocus our anger towards the Oscars themselves, as we always should. Don't attack the movie. Attack the Oscars, because they need to be attacked.
And more importantly, just because you win an Oscar,
figuratively,
that doesn't mean your career changes overnight.
Not really, no.
If you look at Crash won an Oscar back in 2004. Where are those screenwriters? Where's that director? Are they still making movies? We don't know, but we do know Brokeback Mountain, and we understand that 20 years afterwards, we still understand how much of an influential film that was for the time and still is. So, again, Oscars don't really mean anything. If anything, it's just a confirmation of, these older people like the film. That it doesn't mean anything. You know, like Barry Jenkins won for Moonlight. Yeah. He made a Disney film titled The Lion King.
Yeah. And
that's the end goal, is to get a Disney film.
It's so Disney can then take this very talented actor, just scoop them up, or director, scoop them up, and then throw their name on whatever franchise property they have and be like, from Academy Award winner Barry Jenkins, Mufasa! It's the Lion King, but it's Mufasa!
Yeah.
It's just, like, is that really the end goal? Like, in, like, a couple years, are we gonna, like, put Mikey Madison in a Marvel movie and it's gonna be like, Academy Award winning actress Mikey Madison is Hulk?
Yeah, I think Mikey Madison's going to be a very interesting case for what her career will look like in a few years, because, like, while I do think she acted really well in Anora, I don't know if she has the shelf life to really be a future actor that's taken seriously. And again, I like Anora, but that comes to mind.
I'm excited to see what she does next. I just hope that she continues to choose interesting and challenging projects, stuff that allows her to flex her muscles. I would hate to see her, like, become like a Zendaya or something, someone who chooses, like, safe projects, are never bad in them, but are just like, there is a ceiling to, like, what they can do. And I hope that she doesn't get boxed in like that, because she is a very great actress.
Like, when you see Zendaya, you're just like, oh no, that's not Zendaya playing a character. That's just a character that just happens to be Zendaya. Yes. I think she's not able to fully submit into the role. That's it.
Yeah, it's a problem with all, like,
A-list actors.
a lot of A-list actors, a lot of movies today, like
it's the George Clooney thing. Like when I see George Clooney in a movie, it's not like, oh, this is a completely different character that's separate from George Clooney. No, it's like an extension of George Clooney on screen.
It's like kind of unrelated, but like Matt Damon being in the Odyssey movie. I'm excited for that, but at the same time, I'm just like, I can't see Matt Damon as anyone other that. Yeah, he's playing Odysseus.
Even in that Oppenheimer movie, where Matt Damon had like a smaller role.
It's just Matt Damon.
To you, really?
He's just Matt. He's a good actor, but at the same time, it's like I've never seen him like step out of himself and like become something different. And so when the Odyssey comes out, I'm just gonna be like, that's Matt Damon fighting a Cyclops.
Yeah. All right, getting into the other categories.
Yes.
Best music, original score, the brutalist Daniel Blumberg. I like Daniel Blumberg. He's awesome, dude. He looked like Nosferatu when he walked out. We'll show you a picture. It's like crazy, dude. Like it was crazy. But apparently, brutalist, and this is obviously getting off the point of the award, but who cares? The brutalist used AI in their film. Apparently.
Oh, I heard that controversy.
What is your opinion on AI? Do you think it should be used in film? What is your thoughts on it? Obviously, I think it's more complicated than what Twitter wants it to be.
I do think it is a complicated issue. I don't love AI for a lot of things. Like whenever I see AI art, like I throw up in my mouth. It looks disgusting. It's disgusting. It looks terrible. It always looks terrible. Stop doing it. But like at the same time, I recognize that it is a tool. It can be a useful tool because I know a movie I love, Furiosa, they used an AI program to do the effect on one of the actresses' face so that it would be a seamless transition from young Furiosa to older Furiosa. That is a very unnoticeable kind of use. And so in this situation, what was the AI used for?
Not
exactly?
In the score, but in like touching up on certain images after the filming was done.
The images that... that feels like a gray area to me because like the one I heard was that they used AI to like mess with the Adrien Brody's like voice or his accent or something like that, which I don't love that. I don't love that, like having to use that program to like change something in an actor's performance, having to use AI to change how the movie looks visually. That is murky stuff that I don't think I'm a fan of. Oh God, I mean, but again, it's murky. It's really murky. It's like, how much of it are you using? How big a difference is it gonna be?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think if you're Walt Disney and you're using AI, that's bad. Like, you're a multi-billion-dollar company, like, obviously pay, like, workers and make sure that, like, you're able to get, like, people to work with you. But if you're a struggling filmmaker where you're seeing diminishing returns on your film and you can't hire people, and you know, if you hire people, it brings the bank, I understand using AI. And obviously, it shouldn't be the entirety of your film.
No.
But if you're a struggling filmmaker and you're trying to make a film and, you know, you're rushing to do it and you're working with a very close-knit unit and you all collectively decide to use it, I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, I think it's inevitable. Like, AI is inevitable in all aspects, in all fields. And to insinuate or to act like it's not going to be an issue is... Or to act like people aren't going to use it, I think that's a little bit of misleading thinking.
Yeah, it's going to be used. It's going to get used. People are going to use it, but it should be used as a tool to help, and it should not overshadow all the other work being done.
Yeah, of course. I mean, but again, like, people are still going to be employed by Hollywood to create, even with AI.
For now.
No, AI is not going to take over sweepingly. Like, people will use people will use AI, but not to the extent in terms of like making the entire film.
For now.
I know you're messing with me, but I truly mean it. Like, eventually, like, people will care for prestige film and like filmmaking done by like actual artists, and I think that the difference of separation is going to be very telling.
Okay.
I'm optimistic. Maybe that's me.
I'm glad.
Glass half full, but I'm optimistic.
I'm happy to hear that. No, that's good, and that's a good take on the whole situation because, the internet likes to break stuff up into black and white. Just like, this is 100% terrible, this is 100% pure, when it's murky waters.
Yeah.
That's the whole... It's just murky.
All right, just rounding up. Obviously, we're just discussing like the awards that we like to discuss.
Yeah, sure.
There's no really.
I didn't watch it, so I'm letting you steer the boat here.
Best documentary short. We're not even.
I don't know.
We're not even going to discuss it because we didn't even take a screenshot of it. Best writing adapted screenplay. Conclave won. I didn't know that was an adapted screenplay.
Oh, okay, sure. I didn't watch it.
It won over A Complete Unknown, Amelia Perez.
I don't care about it.
Nickel Boys.
I hear that's good.
Sing sounds like a really good movie.
I also hear that that's really good.
All right, best visual effects. Dune Part 2 won over Alien Romulus, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Ooh.
Better Man.
2 monkey films?
Yeah.
One over 2 monkey
I'm
films?
happy Alien Romulus.
I'm conflicted.
I'm happy Alien Romulus did not win any Academy Awards. I'm so happy. I was so vindicated when that review dropped. People were like, "Ajay, you can't be serious. You can't be serious criticizing Alien Romulus." And then a few months later, I was right. And that's a beautiful thing when a person's right.
I'm glad that I'm so happy that you were right.
But Dune Part 2 won for visual effects. I'm happy for that.
I'm happy for that. I'm still sour that they didn't get a nom for directing or soundtrack or score, but it feels like the theme with this Oscars was everybody gets a little bit of something because the lineup was kind of weak and there's a lot of movies that people want there's a lot of movies that people don't want on there, and so they had to give a little bit to everything, sort of, and they were like, we can't give Dune best directing or original score, but we'll give it the visual effects.
Yeah.
So everyone can be happy. Dune 2 is an Oscar winner. Yay!
One day, Denis Villeneuve will win for Best Director and for Best
That
film. Just
man
like Nolan. He's going to be the next Christopher Nolan.
Deserves his flowers so bad.
Enemy, Sicario. If you haven't watched those films before, like, definitely go watch Enemy, Sicario. Obviously, Blade Runner 2049.
Excellent.
All excellent films. Go check them out.
But the Oscars don't care about genre.
Yeah.
Only when it's like marketable. Just like, oh, we put the substance up there. You gross freaks like the substance, don't you? We'll give it makeup and hairstyling because we still don't understand what the movie's about. All the old perverts on the Oscars poll, they just liked Margaret Qualley's butt. And they were just like, I like giving an award to best.
Yeah. It is weird to see how, like, Poor Things won last year and then Honora wins this year for, like, Best Actress. And it's basically just, like, women that have to, like, I wouldn't say degrade themselves, but, like, fully expose themselves in a way that is kind of, I wouldn't say off-putting, but it is a little concerning to see the Academy.
You feel like they're missing the subtext of these movies?
Yeah.
They absolutely are. They're absolutely missing the subtext of these movies.
And The Substance won for Best Makeup and Hairstyling.
I'm happy they got an Oscar. Plenty of Oscars that I would have preferred that they gotten, but again, this was just a situation where the Oscars were trying to make everyone happy.
All right. And wrapping up our thoughts on this, what movies did you feel as if should have been nominated for an Academy Award? Obviously, Furiosa was your best movie of last year.
Yeah, as much as I love it, I can understand why it wouldn't get an Academy Award, why it wouldn't get nominated for something. Could it have gotten maybe Best Director? I would have liked it to. Best Supporting Actor or Actor for Chris Hemsworth? That would have been nice, but the movie is just too weird and inaccessible for a lot of people who aren't into that kind of movie. And so the Oscars leaving it out, I'm like, yeah, that might as well happen. I'm not pretending that I live in a world where all the weird stuff that I like is going to get recognized by the high prestige Oscars. And so I'm like, whatever. Quite frankly, Oscars.
Yeah. I can understand that viewpoint. Yeah, obviously there were films that I missed that I wish were nominated.
Which ones?
Monkey Man, by Dev Patel. I might be biased when I say that.
That would have been nice.
But Monkey Man by Dev Patel, I think it would have been hilarious if they nominated Joker Folie Deux again.
God, that would have been... Joker, Folie Deux, and Megalopolis deserve to be up there. God is my witness.
I mean, I thought the Bike Riders could have been nominated for something. Andrew Nichols by... It's something that I would assume the Oscars would have an interest in.
You would think.
You know,
you would think that is something they'd be like, oh yeah, the ultimate dad movie to nominate for the this Bike Riders movie. It's Tom Hardy and that Austin Butler kid. They're just hanging out, they're kissing, they're smooching. They're cool guys. There's some bikes. I miss my bike rides with the boys.
It's a wicked cool group of people.
It's there, kid. It's a wicked movie, dude.
It's a wicked movie, dude. It's amazing. You eat your Boston cream and you go into the cinema and you watch the Bike Riders. You talk to Mark Wahlberg, the poster of Mark Wahlberg shirtless. It's crazy. Kid.
Hey, dude, you see these bike riders? They're just riding their bikes around. It's crazy guys, dude.
It's turning into a Joan Rivers impression.
Here they come. It's the Bike Riders. Oh my God, Austin Butler, he's such a dreamboat. Tom Hardy, I don't know what you're saying, but you can say it all day, sweetheart. What's that, Venom? I didn't hear you. Oh, but bring those sweet lips over here, sweet boy.
All right, so wrapping up our thoughts.
On the Oscars, as someone who didn't watch them, and as someone who watched half of them, Ajay, what are your feelings on the Oscars this year?
Have Conan as your permanent host for the Academy Awards. There's no need to have another comedian.
He's better than Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, he's funny. He's nonsensical. He's a person that's able to bring levity to things. Did you hear that Joker Folie Deux joke that was said by one of the firefighters?
I heard his Kendrick Lamar joke. That was
the
great.
Kendrick Lamar joke was good. But there was a joke that a firefighter said where he's like, yeah, there's a lot of people that lost their homes, and I'm not just talking about the producers of Folie Deux.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's a pretty good line.
Pretty good line.
Yeah, overall, Conan O'Brien, definitely have him as your permanent host. He's able to be funny on stage, but do so in a way that's kind of more polite and is not trying to diminish the people that got nominated, which I think is a levity and a breath of fresh air. And Conan O'Brien, he's a lovable guy.
He's never fumbled on anything he's ever done.
He's like,
he's great.
Jack Black or Tony Hawk, where everybody loves him, Maybe not Jack Black, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, have Conan host for the foreseeable future. Trim it down. Please trim it down. There's no reason to make it a 2.5 hour night. Oh my God. Trim it down to 2 hours at most. Hour and a half, I think, is perfect. No reason to have the musical performances. Yeah, I mean, you're not watching this. Any person that's one of part of the Academy that has a criteria of films that they want to get nominated, you're not watching this, so who cares? But yeah, I mean,
we don't know. Someone's grandkid might show. These are my favorite YouTubers, Grandpa. He's gonna, what the f- is this bullshit?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame the Academy because it was a pretty weak year for film. And I felt like this award show was confirmation of that. But yeah, I mean, overall, Anora sweeping, I don't mind it. It's one of the better films ever that was nominated.
It is, and I'm glad it got its flowers. I'm glad Sean Baker got to get up there, do his thing, talk about what is important for movies right now, which is, again, independent artists going out there with an idea and making what they want to make. I think that's a very nice sentiment.
And your final thoughts?
I don't know. The Oscars. Those are my those were my thoughts before this started. Those are my thoughts after it started. Trim down the show. No one gives a shit. And maybe, I don't know, replace the panel of Oscar judges with people who aren't 97.
Yeah. Amen.
So what are we gonna talk about next
week? Is Mickey 17 coming out later?
It is, as well as Novocaine.
All right, you want to do a double feature?
Sure.
I mean, I feel like Novocaine's just like a knockoff version of Deadpool.
It's gonna be what it looks like, which is Jack Quaid quipping
You mean, yeah, Joel McHale Jr. quipping.
Jack, say that 3 times fast.
Joel
Jack
McHale Jr.
No, Jack Quaid quipping.
Jack Quaid quipping. Jack Quaid quipping. Jack Quaid quipping.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm able to repeat words fast. How smart am I?
He's a smart guy. Smartest guy I know.
So again, we just want to make it light, breezy, a little bit of a fun ep, you know. Because
low effort. I didn't need to remember. I didn't need to do anything. He just showed up to my house. It was just like, sorry about the. Sure, whatever.
Yeah. This would have been more fun if we drank.
I mean, hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, that's it for us. We'll discuss Mickey 17 next week. I'm excited for it.
That should be good.
This is one of the most hyped movies I've ever had on.
Bong Joon-ho and Robert Pattinson.
These guys can't miss. This can either be one of the greatest films of all time, or it could be Megalopolis 2.0. There's no in between.
Nothing will be Megalopolis 2.0.
All right. I think that's it for us.
That's it for us.
Bye.